Some landscaping jobs are absolutely worth paying for. Others cost you hundreds, sometimes thousands, for work you could finish yourself in a single weekend. The trick is knowing which is which, and most homeowners get it backwards. Today I'm showing you 6 jobs I'd never pay someone else to do, and a couple of them might surprise you. Number 6 is the one almost everyone pays for. Job 6: mulch installation. Every spring, crews fan out across every neighborhood in America spreading mulch, and every spring, homeowners pay $300 to $700 for it. Sometimes more on a big property. People pay for it because it feels like a landscaping job. The truck, the pitchforks, the crew. And once you've paid for it a few years running, it becomes invisible. Just another spring bill that shows up like the water bill. Here's what you're actually buying: bags being opened and material being raked flat. That's the whole job. There's no technique, no license, no special tool. If you can rake leaves, you can spread mulch, and the same project costs about $150 in materials, doing it yourself. You're not paying for skill, you're paying for someone else's Saturday. The money-saving tip: skip the bags entirely and order mulch in bulk by the cubic yard. Bulk mulch runs half the price of bagged, and one delivery covers what 30 bags would. A quick rule for ordering: 1 cubic yard covers about 100 square feet at 3 inches deep. Measure your beds, do the math, and you'll never over-order again. 2 to 3 inches deep. Keep it off the plant stems. Done. When should you hire it out? Honestly, when the property is huge. We're talking 10+ yards of mulch, or when you physically can't do the lifting. That's a real reason, and there's no shame in it. For a normal front yard, keep your money. That one saves a few $100s. The next job saves more, and it's the one homeowners pay for twice a year without thinking. Job 5: seasonal cleanup. Spring cleanup, fall cleanup. Crews charge $200 to $500 per visit, and plenty of homeowners book both every single year. That's up to $1,000 annually, forever. The reason people pay is simple: the yard looks overwhelming in April and again in November. Leaves everywhere, dead stems, debris. It reads as a big job, but break it down, and it's raking, cutting back perennials, and hauling debris to the curb. A pair of pruners, a rake, and paper yard bags. Spread over 2 weekend mornings. It's genuinely pleasant work, and it's the best way there is to actually learn your own yard. What survived, what spread, what needs to move. Crews work fast because they're paid to finish, not to notice. You'll notice things they never would: the shrub that's outgrowing its spot, the bare corner that needs something, the perennial that's ready to divide. That knowledge is worth more than the labor. The money-saving tip: don't overclean in fall. Leaves raked into the beds, not off them. Break down into free fertilizer and protect plant roots all winter. Half of what crews pay in November is material your garden actually wanted to keep. Less work, better result, and one less trip to buy fertilizer in spring. When to hire: big trees. If cleanup means gutters, roof valleys, or limbs overhead, that's ladder work, and falls are the #1 way yard work puts homeowners in the hospital. Pay for height. Handle the ground yourself. Now, the next one is where the numbers start getting silly, because homeowners regularly pay 4 figures for something a hand tool does. Job 4: bed edging. Crisp bed edges are one of the biggest visual upgrades a yard can get, and landscapers know it. Quotes for edging: steel, paver, or poured borders run $800 to $1,500 for an average front yard. Homeowners pay because the finished product looks so precise it seems like it must require a machine or a skilled crew. Here's the secret: the cleanest, most expensive-looking edge in landscaping isn't a product at all. It's a natural cut edge, a simple trench sliced between lawn and bed with a $30 manual edger, sometimes called a half-moon tool. You step on it like a shovel, rock it, lift out a wedge of sod, and move 6 inches down the line. An average front bed takes under an hour, and the result is a crisp shadow line between grass and mulch that plastic edging never matches. Designers on high-end properties often cut edge over any installed border because nothing looks more intentional than a clean, product-free line. You'd be paying 4 figures for something the best designers do with a hand tool. The money-saving tip: mark your line with a garden hose first and check it from the street before you cut. A smooth, confident curve is what makes the edge read as designed. Curves feel designed. Straight lines feel installed. When to hire: poured concrete curbing. If that's truly the look you want, that's specialized equipment. and a crew. And on a very large property, recutting hundreds of feet of edge each season is a legitimate thing to outsource. Otherwise, this one's yours. That's $1,000 staying in your pocket. But the next job is the one where hiring out costs you twice, once in labor and once in what you could have bought instead. Job 3: Planting shrubs and perennials. How most landscape installs are priced. The plant plus 50 to 100% of the plant's cost to put it in the ground. A $60 shrub becomes a $100 to $120 line item. Multiply that across a whole bed and installation labor ends up as the biggest number on the quote. People pay because they're afraid of doing it wrong. Wrong depth, wrong spot, dead plant, wasted money. Fair concern, plants aren't cheap, and nobody wants to watch a bed of them fail. But planting a shrub is one rule. Dig the hole twice as wide as the pot and exactly as deep, so the top of the root ball sits level with the ground. Too deep is the only killer, and now you know how to avoid it. Loosen the roots if they're circling the pot. Backfill with the same soil you dug out. Water deeply the first season, and the plant does the rest. That's the entire technique. Crews charge $60 per plant to perform. The money-saving tip is where this gets exciting. Take the labor money and buy plants with it. If a bed was quoted at 10 plants installed, that same budget buys 15 to 20 plants DIY. Save on labor, spend on great plants. Fuller beds, same total, and fullness is what reads as expensive. When to hire: trees. Anything in a 15-gallon pot or bigger, or balled and burlapped, is heavy enough to hurt you and valuable enough that planting depth genuinely matters. A $400 tree deserves professional planting. A $25 perennial does not. By now, you've probably noticed a pattern. Saving money isn't about cutting corners. It's about knowing where your money actually makes a difference. That's exactly why I created the Smart Homeowners Garden Guide. It shows homeowners how to avoid expensive leaks and make design decisions that improve curb appeal without overspending. If you're planning to upgrade your yard this year, you'll find it linked in the description below. All right, 2 jobs left, and the next one is the closest thing landscaping has to free money. Job 2: Dividing and moving plants. This one gets billed as landscape renovation, and renovation pricing follows: $400 to $800 for a crew to spend a day rearranging and thinning out what you already own. Homeowners pay because they assume moving an established plant will kill it. Most of the time, the opposite is true. Mature perennials, hostas, daylilies, ornamental grasses, black-eyed Susans actually want to be dug up and split every few years. They bloom better afterward. One crowded clump becomes 3 or 4 healthy plants, free, and a struggling shrub in the wrong spot almost always thrives after moving somewhere better. I've watched homeowners realize mid-project that the plant budget they'd been saving up wasn't necessary. The yard already owned everything it needed, just in the wrong arrangement. Don't pay someone to move what you can move yourself. Landscaping is arranging before it's buying, and this job is pure arranging. The money-saving tip: do it in early spring or fall when plants are dormant or slowing down, and water everything hard the week after. Timing does most of the work. A plant moved in July fights for its life. The same plant moved in October barely notices. And before buying a single new plant for any bed, shop your own yard first. Most established gardens are hiding a dozen free plants in plain sight. When to hire: anything with a trunk you can't wrap one hand around. Established trees and large mature shrubs have root systems that need equipment and experience. Also, anything near your foundation, gas, or utility lines. Hire for risk, not for effort. Which brings us to number 1, the job where quotes hit 4 figures, and where a stack of free cardboard does the same work. Job 1: Building new garden beds. The biggest number on almost any landscaping quote is a brand new bed. Sod cutting, hauling, soil work, bed prep. Quotes for a decent-sized new bed run $1,500 to $3,000 before a single plant goes in. People pay because removing lawn sounds brutal, and done the crew's way, it is. Sod cutters, dumpsters, a torn-up yard for a week. Here's what that doesn't tell you. You don't have to remove the lawn at all. Mark your bed shape with a hose. Lay plain cardboard straight over the grass. Overlap the edges so no light sneaks through. Soak it all with the hose and cover it with 3 inches of mulch. The grass underneath dies on its own. The cardboard breaks down into the soil, and worms actually love it. They'll do your soil prep for free while you wait. In several weeks, you have a ready-to-plant bed. Grocery stores will hand you the cardboard for nothing. Total cost, mulch. Call it $100 to $150 for a bed that was quoted at $2,000. The money-saving tip: start beds in fall. Lay the cardboard and mulch before winter, and by spring planting season, the bed is fully ready, no waiting. And fall is when mulch goes on sale. A weekend of work can save months of regret, and in this case it saves about $2,000 too. One honest caveat: this method needs patience. If you want a bed planted this Saturday, cardboard won't get you there, and that's the one real thing the crew's price buys you: speed. But if you can plan one season ahead, the difference between $2,400 and $140 is the easiest money you'll ever keep. When to hire: the moment the project involves changing how water moves, slopes, drainage problems, grading, retaining walls. Those aren't beds, those are engineering, and getting them wrong can damage your foundation. Pay professionals to solve problems. Keep the beautiful work for yourself. 6 jobs, and here's what they have in common: none of them were ever about skill. Mulch, cleanup, edging, planting, dividing, even building entire beds. It's all work, not expertise. Add up the savings across this list and you're keeping somewhere north of $5,000. Money that can go toward the plants, the lighting, the one beautiful tree, the things visitors actually see. The expertise jobs are real too. Trees, drainage, grading, anything overhead or underground. Some jobs deserve professional experience, others just need your Saturday. The smartest homeowners know the difference, and that difference is worth thousands. Spend money where visitors actually notice it, and never forget, labor is expensive, good design is priceless. The most expensive landscape isn't always the best looking one. Beautiful landscapes come from better design decisions, not bigger budgets. So here's my question: which landscaping job have you paid for that you now wish you'd done yourself? Tell me in the comments. I read every one, and the answers might save someone else a fortune. And if this helped, subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from.